All right, everybody, what's up? I'm Brad Davis. This is my brother Jordan.
Hey everybody.
And we're here to talk about Skate. The new Skate just been recently released. Well, it's been released this year, and we were pumped for it for a while. We were big fans of Skate back in the day, back in late 2000s. We loved the game. The game was amazing. Or the first three games were amazing. We played them a whole lot. We were really pumped for Skate to come back. And we were both early testers of the game, and now it's out for the public to play. And we wanted to talk about the game, the new game, how we're liking it, and what we don't like about it too. I guess we could start off with just like how much we loved the original Skate, and like how we felt during the first time we played the Skate. At least the demo. The demo was mind blowing.
Because I remember like we had just the friends come over. And we were all pumped for, at that time, it was the Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, the latest one.
Yeah, it was Tony Hawk Project 8. And, this was like the true next generation at the time Tony Hawk game, the first like Tony Hawk game that was built for the Xbox 360. So we were really looking forward to that. There was an Xbox, Tony Hawk game that came out to the Xbox 360, but it was a port. It was American Wasteland, and that was just the HD port of the original Xbox version. So we were pumped for Tony Hawk Project 8. But then we played the Skate demo, and that just blew our minds. Just the controls was an analog, and how that played so well into the game. Just movement with the left stick, and then flip tricks with the right stick. It just made so much sense, and it was just like, yeah, I don't know if I could go back to playing Tony Hawk. Yeah, after this. How did you feel during the time? Yeah, because it was almost 20 years ago, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I still remember it like it was like just a couple of years ago.
Because again, during that time, Project 8, it had like its own flip trick system of where time would slow down, and you'll use the analog sticks for both corresponding left and right feet, but it doesn't feel cohesive enough, and it breaks the immersion of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
While Skate, that's what's the flip trick system, the manuals, the grinding, that all plays into just the game overall, and it feels way smoother.
Yeah.
During that time period. Which is amazing to say that was back in 2007.
Yeah, almost 20 years ago. It doesn't feel like it was almost 20 years ago. I mean, 20 years ago is more than what our ages were during that time.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think of, but yeah. So we were pumped for Skate. We didn't want to get the new Tony Hawk games. We were all in on Skate, so we bought Skate. The first Skate game was amazing. Like how would you like sum up your feelings about the game during the time that it came out in 2007, late 2007?
I mean, it just felt at that time that you're really playing not only a skateboarding game, but like something that's talking about the culture. The last time like Tony Hawk Pro Skater did that was like during Underground, and then like it started to maneuver more towards like just silly nonsensical stuff.
The MTV Jackass crew, the Viva La Bam cast members, yeah. So after the first Tony Hawk Underground, that was when the game started to get really, really silly. Yeah.
So it's weird seeing that, because you will even see like pro skateboarders like Danny Way, how he said himself that he wasn't interested in Underground 2 because of how silly it got, and then that eventually led to him being a part of the Skate series. But it's weird though, because when you look back at Underground 2, there's like, now Thrasher has his own little event where it's just like you're doing stuff like you would do in Underground 2, but it's like in real life, and that's on Vice. So the concept of what is and isn't skate culture evolved over time, and you start to see it, especially now, 15 years, and we're getting the brand new skate game.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was an amazing game at the time. I loved it. I loved the presentation, the gritty presentation. The soundtrack was just amazing to have a great variety of music. Yeah, the T-Mobile Sidekick main menu layout, which was representative of the time. You know, the late 2000s. You know, pre iPhone. Yeah, it was just a really great game. And obviously, you know, if EA makes a game that's really good, they're obviously going to make a sequel to it. Yep. And yeah, Skate 2 was another great game. I mean, the biggest addition for Skate 2 was the fact that it was in 60 frames per second, so the gameplay was even smoother. And it just felt like perfect. Like, just, it still had that gritty presentation too.
It's like, I felt as time, even the story, like, your character gets out of jail in Skate 2. And so you have to rise the ranks of trying to be pro again. And then, like, you have Giovanni Retta, he picks you up from jail, tells you that, like, the whole city changed. Mongol Corp took over the city, and there's security guards that will beat you up. Spots getting capped. People, like, trying to do tricks while evading security. That game was very gritty, but I loved it though, because again, it's an honest representation of skateboarding culture, and you'll start to see how this progresses as we go along into talking about just where skate is at now.
Yeah. Yep. And then after Skate 2, which came out, I believe it was late 2008 or so, somewhere around there. Yeah. Came Skate 3, and Skate 3 came, you know, a little bit longer than the period from Skate 1 to Skate 2. Skate 3 came out, I believe it was 2010.
Yes,
yeah,
2010.
Yeah. And I liked the game a lot, but you could tell that it got cleaner in its presentation to try to attract a bigger audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, the people that were working on the game Black Box, they said that they're not sure, like, if we're going to get another game, so let's add, like, a whole bunch of stuff. That's where you have to, like, the creative part. Mm-hmm. And then, don't forget...
Like, honestly, like a good chunk of the creative features were ahead of their time.
Yes, they were.
Like, based on just the fact that, you know, social media... I mean, it obviously did exist back in 2010, but it wasn't like it is now.
Yeah.
And, honestly, some of the features that it had were kind of like representative of where social media was going to go, especially in terms of just how skaters would use social media. Yeah. So it was pretty cool in hindsight. Like it was a little bit ahead of its time in the way it implemented those features.
And that's another thing too, is that in Skate 3, it still has skate culture in the sense of, like, you're not a pro skateboarder so much, but you're now making your own company. Is it more corporate? Yeah, but it's a natural progression, it feels like, because, like, again, you have just even the skateboarders from that period of time, like Jerry Sue, when he was on Enjoy, he's not on Enjoy anymore. You have Sci-Fi Fantasy, Jason Dill, when he was on Alien Workshop, now he's doing FA Entertainment Hockey. Rob Deerdeck, he's not even really skating like that.
He's more known for ridiculousness than skateboarding now. I mean, but people know him for ridiculousness.
But the thing is that with him, he had played his part with the street league skateboarding.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling that in the future, there's going to be like a street league skateboarding course like that can probably like override the X Games, or at least be on the same footing as it.
I mean, because I mean, me and Jordan, we love the X Games growing up. I mean, we watched them like from, I mean, the peak years, the late '90s to
South as a kid,
to the late 2000s. I would consider the peak years for the X Games, and yeah, we loved them, and they're definitely not, you know, at that level now. You know, I mean, extreme sports are, you know, bigger deals now than they were back then, you know, especially in terms of like, you know, Olympics and stuff and how respected they are. But I mean, in terms of just the hype for them, like being able to see the hype that came like directly from the Tony Hawk Pro Skater era, and how that just, you know, made at the time, kids and teens around our age just into skateboarding. It was just a really fun time, and so being able to see that and playing the Tony Hawk games, and then going from the Tony Hawk games to skate, and it was just really amazing just to see how far skateboarding came to being like kind of like an off sport, into then becoming like a sport that had enough respect to get major airtime on ESPN.
It's mainstream now.
Yeah.
It's an Olympic sport.
Yeah. So that was pretty a pretty good summary of how we felt about the first 3 skate games during their day. We play them all online with our friends too. Yeah, play them a lot online for hours.
Especially with the graphics creator from like Skate 2, Skate 3, and people just making their own works of art and putting that in the game, uploading it. What really blew me in mind is that like people are really going hard making their own skate teams, and then you'll go on YouTube and they will have like their own like skate video up, like their own skate park, like Corrupted Hoodlum. Well, they were going hard back at the time.
It's funny because I totally forgot about those videos, and I mean when you said that name I was like, wow, that takes me back. Yeah. All right, so it's been pretty much like 14-15 years or so since Skate 3, and the new Skate came out, still in an early, I guess you'd say early period. It's not like the final version of Skate, but I mean it's out for people to play, and we've been playing it for a good amount of time. Like we had the early versions, early test versions, so we've been playing the game for a decent amount of time. And as I said earlier, the game is finally out for the public to play. So how do you feel about the new Skate? Especially as someone that loved the first 3 games in the series.
I mean, I would say like this, like Jason Dill said it best about just the concept of things going, or people going upriver, about how it's gotten so mainstream to the point where you forgot about like the culture. You're doing this skate games feels like the most TikTokable type of game where it's like you can make content or do like a silly dance for like no reason. Like the past 3 skate games are skateboarding games, while this brand new skate game is like the core mechanics are there and they definitely feel great. But in terms of like the story and the progression, it just feels like this is a game where you just so happen to have a skateboard. It doesn't feel honest.
Okay. I definitely understand what you mean. You can definitely tell that the game has been influenced by the Fortnite boom.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because I mean, again, when you think about it, kids as well as probably preteens, people around 12, 13 years old, they never played the first 3 skate games. So it's like, how can we introduce this game to a new generation? I mean, that's pretty much the reason why, I mean, a lot of people that played the first 3 skate games, people around our age just calling this new Skate 4, but it's not called Skate 4, it's called Skate, and there's obviously a reason why, because this is a reintroduction of just the skate game, or just a skate format to a new generation. So it makes sense, at least because I'm, as you people watching on YouTube that have been watching me for years and others know, I have a really deep business mind. I don't just rant. I always come up with questions in my head as to why decisions are made or why things are the way they are when it comes to just changes within gaming or even other forms of entertainment. And as I said earlier, you could definitely tell that Skate was influenced by Fortnite, and they want that piece of the pie. But I will, I definitely agree with you that a lot of the stuff is annoying. the art style is it doesn't, to me, it doesn't really fit the game.
It's Rock Band.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Rock Band. I don't know if they got the artist from Rock Band to do the skate game, but it definitely looks similar. I mean, we love Rock Band. It's funny because we love Rock Band during the same time that the first 3 skate games were, hot. Yeah. And I definitely felt that the characters in the game looked very much like the Rock Band style during the late 2000s. I do feel that like the overall progression or going from task to task can kind of be annoying in the new skate game. But as you also said earlier too, just the core mechanics and the controls, like they're there. Mm-hmm. And honestly, for me, like as long as they're there, like I'm honestly happy playing the game, because I mean that's what attracted me to skate in the first place. And so the fact that those controls are still intact and there, like I'm still having a lot of fun with the game. Even though I can't agree that some things just don't fit what we like Skate 4 back in the day. Yeah.
Because it's like it's one of those things where you're trying to save your old audience because that's what got you there, while introducing new. And it's weird because it's like you're listening to like old school like 90s hip hop, Ice Cube, NWA, and then it's like you see like a random person do like the Backpack Kid dance. It's like it's like they like skydiving in the sky.
It's kind of like a culture clash. Like this case, a generational clash. Yeah, because it's just like you could tell they're trying to cater to everybody, and it's like it's almost impossible to cater to everybody. Like so, in that case, you should just do something that's like truly honest. But I could see on EA's end like how like difficult that is, because it's just been so long since the last skate game. It's like, yeah, you have to do things for the current young audience,
because that's where the money is at.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, it's been almost 20 years since the first skate game, so I mean that 20 years in itself is pretty much a generation. So it's like you can't just reintroduce something that people love the late 2000s skate games for during this era in which kids just have so many options to play. In terms of playing games, they have so many options to choose from.
So what?
So you have to do something to make them attracted to a game that they that's part of a series that they never really played. Really played. Especially those that don't have Xbox, because I mean the other consoles, you don't have backwards compatibility like Xbox has. So therefore, it's not easy to play and check out the old skate games on those other consoles.
Because you can see with Fortnite, it's not just like that game where you're just shooting. There's like
Fortnite isn't even a game. It's not a game. It's just it's pretty much like pop culture now.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
It's pop culture.
They bought Harmonix, which is Rock Band, so you have like those Rock Band elements in the game. You got the Lego Fortnite, like. At the same time, like with Skate, you check the shop currently, you will see like, oh, they have the Van Curren Capel shoe, but you go into Fortnite, they have the Louis Lopez 2 Converse shoe. So they know what they're doing, they know what they're taking shots at. They got the Air Jordans, which like, if you are into skateboarding culture, that's like one of the main shoes that skateboarders will wear, even before like the whole Nike SB was like became a thing. So they know what they're doing. Which is sad, because like even before like the early access of skate, there's already that Nike SB. Oh, here's like the shoes. The monetization is there, but the game isn't though, for real.
Yeah, I mean you can say that, because I mean there's definitely you can definitely have fun with the new skate. It's just that there's no there's not much meat to it.
There's not,
and I do think that meat will come later on. But it's just like as of right now, you're just you're mainly playing the game just to skate around and have fun, like a skate playground. And honestly, I'm fine with that, especially since it's a free to play game.
Yeah.
But I think most people will start to get or start to feel that what's there isn't enough.
It's not. In my opinion, I don't because you have people waited 15 years.
Yeah.
Just to play in one district, and it's like you want me to do this Mission Impossible type stuff while also with the skateboard. It just doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel I'll say it's a fun game, but it's just you want that skateboarding piece that's there that talks about the culture, that's why you're talking about how important it is to have a sense of community, but yet your main character that's with you is V, who is AI. Shingo's doing whatever. You got Slappy there too, and then the brand new female character voiced by Brianna Garing. It's all these characters, what do they really add to the culture? Because it's you have a skate shop there, and I just remember from Skate 1, you playing with Shingo, and Shingo was oh, you know how to do tricks now, let's play a game of skate. Okay, you beat me in the game of skate, let's go all the way to, that was Regs, which is past the whole entire San Francisco part of the map back in Skate 1, and then you get introduced to the people was in that shop. It just felt like a natural progression.
You felt like you were a part of a crew.
You
were a part of
put on.
Yeah, exactly.
You're putting me on.
Yeah, and this new skate game doesn't have any of that.
Does.
You feel, and it's funny because you see literally various players playing the game when you log on. But you still don't feel like you're a part of the community.
I don't
you don't. Yeah.
There is of course just because there's a whole bunch of people there doesn't necessarily mean that there's a community.
It's funny because that's not even about that's not just skate. That's just life. That's just the way the world is. That's just real. Yeah, real talk. Yeah. Just because a lot of people, it doesn't mean it's a true community. Yeah, that's very accurate. Yeah,
it's just you can see it going down that route, that NBA 2K route.
Yeah.
There's a community. There's a community. There's different districts. Different parks, different settings, have that be with skate. Okay, there's this district, you have that district over there, and each district has its own skate shop, and let's have a different vibe. The people there, okay, they're more into street skateboarding, vert skateboarding. Let's see who has the better skaters. Let's have a shop versus shop, where okay, a couple skateboarders are with this shop and they're versus that shop over there, and that could be a community challenge or something like that. You have to put people on.
Do some stuff what Splatoon does, in terms of just being on a team. You feel like you're on a team because you're actually playing the games. But you're also seeing just how everybody that's on one side, how they stack up to people on the other side. And I think your idea about the stores, that would fit in well with what kind of Splatoon does. Just have people do tricks and rack up points and and timed matches or timed runs and see how things are. Yeah,
because
after a week of those events.
And that's another thing, it's there's not enough of the original challenges that were in the original skate series. In this one, it's just go here, do a line while you're collecting the bearings, fly and glide down, hit yourself on this building or statue. There's nothing like, of course they say that it's going to come in the future, but was like the racing, like the map that we're on now feels flat. So,
yeah, once the newness wears off, it does. Yeah,
it's flat. So it's like, how am I supposed to race and do all that? Hopefully we'll have a brand new district. In terms of just like the photo challenges, like that would be nice to have, because then if you notice, like you'll have like ads on the billboards, or like a moving screen that will show like players that are like, I guess EA puts them on and said like, oh yeah, they've been here from day one. Like it'll be nice to have like a cool clip from the day.
Yeah,
and it'll be like that person doing it.
Yeah,
or something.
All right, but yeah. I think we laid out our thoughts well about the new skate game. So just like a quick kind of like conclusion, like in like 30 seconds or so. Like how would you sum up the new skate game, and what grade would you give it?
Like, I'll have to say, like, it's...
And you can either do letters or a number grade. Yeah.
The core mechanics...
Because we would know what you mean.
Yeah. The core mechanics are definitely there, and they're definitely way more fun. Doing the slappy grinds, the way that you could, like, go into a backside tail slide and then, like, shift your body around to go to a different grind. It's good, but it needs more things that are of the culture to like make me want to stay there, because there doesn't really feel like there's enough of a world that's being built.
Okay.
Like I need more expression, more stories, more like people that even this was again the original skate series, like the people will put you on. You don't get that from the new one. And so it's like, I'll have to give this at best, like probably like a 5.5.
Okay.
Like a 5.5 to a 6, because like, I'm not going to act like the skateboarding isn't fun, but it's just, there's nothing wanting me to like stay there and be engrossed.
Yeah, definitely understand how you feel. And honestly, I feel very similar. It's just that, and I guess a lot of this is just me being a little bit older than you, and just playing or starting off with like skateboard games that were more basic. Because I mean, for me, like I played other skate games before the very first Tony Hawk, like Street Skater, EA Street Skater, and games like that. So it's like, for me, I don't need like a lot to make me happy, as long as like the core gameplay is fun. And I feel that that's still the case with this new skate game. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. But I definitely have to agree with you that it doesn't feel like a complete game. It doesn't feel like you're part of like a complete like a really big team of people like the old games were, where you felt like you're a part of that skate community. So due to that, but also on the flip side, the game, it's free to play. You're not spending, money to play it, or access the game. I personally would give it on my scale, I do letter grades rather than numbers. So for me, I would say it's a B-, like C+, B-, and I would side more towards B-, because I'm just having a lot of fun just skating around. Like, to me, I treat the game like a playground as of right now, and I'm having fun with it. But I do wish it had more that was like tied into the culture, like the first 3 skate games.